Hello everybody, video here for you today. Someone made a comment. They like the season 6 premiere not having the opening narration, with the reason being that it does not need hype. I did my shortened version anyway in the season 6 premiere no-cap recap, just in case it actually would not be included on any episode going forward. It was back for episode 2. The reason it is there is that new people that have never heard of Skinwalker Ranch and don't know what has gone on there watch for the first time every single week. With that said, there is a ranch in northern Utah that's considered to be the epicenter of the strangest and most disturbing phenomena on Earth. Bizarre UFO sightings, animal mutilations, and unusual energies that have proven harmful to humans. The federal government tried and failed for 20 years to find answers, but now a new team of experts has taken over, determined to reveal the secret of Skinwalker Ranch. This is a no-cap recap of the Secret of Skinwalker Ranch Season 6, Episode 2, called The Drone Zone, originally aired June 10th, 2025. For more Skinwalker Ranch recaps, there's a playlist link in the upper right. Apologies for being so late with it. I started a new job, and the hours are messing with my YouTube making video schedule. I will try to get it out faster from now on. In Season 5, and before that even, the team has drilled horizontal boreholes into the mesa to try to gather information on the objects inside it. In this episode, they will be having a third party put a camera up to 394 feet inside. The camera has high definition imagery as well as video capabilities. Last season, the team hired a drilling company to drill horizontally and then up in an arc that emerges on the top of the mesa. The first of a planned 2 boreholes on either side of the big object will be widened so that the team can introduce sensors to get more information on things inside the mesa. Dr. Tyler says the main purpose of the camera is to confirm that the borehole did not collapse over the winter before they widen it. The camera is being fed into the borehole very quickly, and soon it shoots by an object that did not go unnoticed by at least one person, and they back up to see it. Dr. Tyler suspects it may be more of the jelly-like substance they found in the borehole spoils in Season 5. When tested, it was found to have burnt plant material in it, indicating a fire or explosion deep inside the mesa. Further inside the borehole, the camera encounters a connection issue that brings up a cursor and a compromised image. And without going any further, all video is lost shortly thereafter. It quickly returns, distorted a little, but very soon, high definition again, returns. Dr. Taylor says it's about 200 feet inside the mesa. That's the same area the driller's beacon kept malfunctioning. They used a beacon to help them drill the arc-shaped hole. The camera company technician says that he has not seen this kind of interference in all of his previous experience. The camera goes the rest of the length without incident, and we see no sign of collapse. The next day, the team has hired another company to try to vacuum the jelly object out of the borehole. Since it's Skinwalker Ranch, that is unsuccessful. In those spoils, though, Dr. Taylor and Eric Bard find what they think is black shale or flint. Something they say they would not expect to find in the mesa. They will get an elemental analysis of it. Next, Sky Elements Drone Shows has been invited back to the ranch to try to get the ranch to do ranch things to drones in the Triangle, which is a connection of paths, but is also home to the most UAP sightings and other weird things on the ranch. In the Season 6 premiere, the team ran LiDAR scans to capture information about what they previously thought to be a cone-shaped anomaly over the Triangle, but refined data makes it look more like a bubble. In that experiment, LiDAR again showed what LiDAR should not be able to show: parts of the anomaly that are underground. This oddity could be related to reactions to other experiments, such as appearing to mirror a signal broadcast by the team and throwing off GPS tracking over the Triangle. The drones will not only be emitting light, they will also be shooting pyrotechnics, which tend to cause reactions from the ranch. High-speed cameras will capture everything, and Jim Royston's drone will independently be recording video. Due to the pyrotechnics involved, members of the local fire department are on hand for added safety. Before they even start, a 1.2 gigahertz signal appears. Eric had broadcast a 1.2 gigahertz signal in the prior experiment, but is not doing so this night. Soon after, again before they start, several 1.6 gigahertz range signals are also picked up. They've gotten numerous 1.6 gigahertz detections in prior seasons, often right before UAP sighting. That frequency is reserved by the U.S. government for tracking communications with satellites. The drones are launched. The drone's onboard GPS shows that they are right over the Triangle. So the pyro is triggered. It works great, except that the drones are not over the Triangle as they should be via their pre-programmed flight path. Instead, they are above the road that goes into the south field about 40 yards away. The drone-controlled tablet still shows them in the right place. The second flight of the night is a bigger swarm of drones, and once in position, Dr. Taylor will fire a rocket in the middle of the column they form. Again, they are not in the correct place. They are 30 meters south. Dr. Taylor launches the rocket anyway. Of course, he's going to do that. The parachute does not deploy, so gravity freely has its way. They call it a night and will meet to discuss after everyone has processed their individual data. The next day, the widening of Borehole 1 in the Mesa is supposed to happen. But one of the drillers from Mark Construction gives the bad news that the beacon in the drill head is again a problem like last year. He checked it, made sure it had a full charge in the battery, and then he went to go check on other things, and when he got back, found that the battery was fully drained, not unusual on the ranch, and that the beacon was locked. In order to lock it, someone would have had to have manual access to it. It not being their first ranch rodeo, they had extra batteries, and the beacon seemed fine after unlocking and recalibrating it. But then it couldn't be linked. Dr. Taylor had already set up monitoring equipment and sees a 1.6 gigahertz signal coming from inside the Mesa. Shortly after, a 1.2 gigahertz signal joined it and was traced to the Triangle. Dr. Taylor suggests that the drillers try to sync their device outside the bubble. Thomas drives them to Homestead 3, well out of the bubble, and it links immediately. Driving back slowly, they find that signal strength begins jumping up and down as soon as they cross into the bubble location. But it did stay linked, so they will be able to begin widening Borehole 1. That night in the command center, the post-mortem on the drone swarm experiment commences. with reps from Sky Elements and Pete Kelsey via video conferencing. Pete shows the terrestrial LiDAR scan of the triangle first, then zooms out to show this anomaly at 2,000 feet. That is how high the bubble reaches. Dr. Taylor theorizes that it could be a kind of force field, but that would need power. Also, it would seem to be powering up only after something interacts with it. All of the experiments are specifically meant to create reactions. The high-speed cameras caught something falling during the pyrotechnics that were meant for the triangle. I had to zoom in because although you can see the falling object on the TV show, it is too hard to see in a still image. They show video of it falling, starting a little bit above where it is in this image, eventually falling out of frame. From the video camera on the single drone, Jim Royston captured this UAP during the rocket launch. It moves from here on a 45-degree angle down and to the right. The next frame of video, take 2. The next frame of video shows it close to being out of the picture, which would mean it's traveling very quickly. They keep watching the same video after the UAP disappears out of frame and sees what Dr. Taylor suspects is the rocket falling back to Earth, since it is equipped with a blue light. What makes it noteworthy is that in the next few frames, it disappears. Then it reappears down here. To me, it looks like it disappears once it gets even with the top of the mesa and then reappears right before it crashes into the ground. Dr. Taylor does say that it could have fallen behind something, and this is not the first time that light sources that should extend have been cut off in the triangle. In Season 5, a powerful beam of light is cut off right at the top of the bubble, at the time thought to be a cone. After the meeting, Thomas has the interesting idea to create smoke in the bubble by building fires. If there is no device used, then there is nothing that can fail. Dr. Taylor likes that idea too. In closing narration, branch owner Brandon Fugel says it's a good time to explore the possibility that the triangle and the bubble are connected. What has never been revealed on the show, to my knowledge, is who originally built the road/paths that make up the triangle. This is the Google Maps image of the triangle. I'll continue recapping Season 6 this summer. Like I said, I'll try to get it out as quickly, as close to the Tuesday night airing that I can. But work may make that difficult sometimes. So probably expect it maybe Wednesday or Thursday. And possibly early fall, depending on how many episodes there are. As well as retro no-cap recaps of Seasons 2 through 4 of The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch. The first 5 episodes of Season 2 are already done. I'll also be finishing up retro no-cap recaps of the Curse of Oak Island's second half of Season 8. All of the other seasons and episodes are already done, and they are in my Oak Island playlist. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, and comment.